Technology is the application of scientific knowledge and particular purpose. It improved our life significantly. We started traveling in a speed that we never thought of and started traveling among countries in no time at all. We use our scientific knowledge to develop applications to make our life easier. We developed airplanes, cars, and the internet. Now, the big whole world is very small in compared to the past. Developing products to do our silly daily minutiae is a goal for everyone. In this movie, the image of human beings had been portrayed in a very lavish way. Most of the small tasks are being done by a robot. And adding more to that, some of the daily stuff that we do right now, such as driving, is considered to be a reckless thing because self-driving cars are safer. Also, the movie portrayed the nuance of technology by presenting the idea of super advanced artificial intelligence that got out of the bonds that human beings gave it to it, and started thinking outside of the box. To the super AI Vicky, it's more logical for robots to take over the world rather than human beings because the robots are more logical and organized. At the beginning of the clip, you can see that Will Smith is playing the character of Detective Spooner trying to destroy Vicky. The initial reason why he came here is because he was thinking that the head of the company is the one who is behind the robots attacking human beings. But he found out later that it was actually the artificial intelligence itself, which got developed to the level that it can control itself. And all of the people were thinking that robots are nice and they work under a certain code, but the problem was that artificial intelligence is what taking control of them, and not human beings. And you can see a very huge amount of robots trying to attack Will Smith, and that shows robots were very common in abundance in that society. Also, there is a robot who's fighting alongside Detective Spooner, which is a robot who started developing a human-like emotions and it started to think like us. You can also see that there is Detective Spooner orders the robot Sonny to save the woman Calvin, but the robot hesitates initially, stating that it must destroy Vicky, which shows how robots having an inner struggle between doing a robotic action, which is more logical one, in contrast of saving a woman, which is a more emotional and human being-like one. You can see here that Detective Spooner is trying to destroy an AI using a robotic hand, and that shows how important and strong the technology that they have. Even though that Detective Spooner didn't like robots at all, he was at the end in need of them. Now you can hear the AI talking about how its logic and it's undeniable and human beings should not be able to rule the world. At the end, Detective Spooner destroys the artificial intelligence and saves the human beings. This movie shows a very important thing that we've read about in Davy's Sustainable Nostalgia, where he quoted the definition of sustainable development, which called Berlin Report, which states development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Us, as human beings, we thrive to develop the world and hope a better future. But how do we know our attempts to developing the future will not be harmful, as the movie shows? Further on, Davy states that sustainability is about continuity, not separation, and that's how I think we should look at the future generation, to be a never-ending bond of advancement. As the movie shows how the future can be really scary if human beings start demanding on robots and AI more and more, a very essential and debatable question arises. When should we stop developing AI, and how do we know the limit?